firstly, going back to the beginning, kind of growing up, did you grow up with a positive body image? What were your confidence levels like growing up?
I think my confidence levels are actually like 0.
Really?
I grew up really, really uncomfortable with my body. Only when I was like doing theatre, when I was like acting, I was like totally happy to like make a fool of myself and have fun. I was really good at sport as well, but I was just really uncomfortable with the body I had as a child and a teenager.
And what was that? Was that your height? Was it?
I think it was just a mixture. Like, you know, I would grow in stages, and then it would be like I'd be pudgy, and then I'd be skinny, and then I'd be pudgy, like because I'm so tall. It was just, and I always loved food, so you know, I'd always, you know, be obsessed with food. The girls around me, you know, there was, in my opinion, the girls around me were also beautiful, and you know, or did their makeup, and I was kind of like a bit like a tomboy. So it just, for me, it was quite. I had a quite uncomfortable childhood. I was much better as a young adult. Yeah.
And you've talked about because you have sisters, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, were there always those comparisons as well?
It's so crazy. Like, we had the same mum, we had the same food, and we all have like completely different body types. It's not always in your control. You know, my sister's really skinny, and she would eat the same amount as me and my other sister, and I was always kind of like a normal area size, and then my other sister was always just obsessed with food to the dangerous point where,
right,
you know, she had a food addiction.
You obviously had your straight modelling days. During that time, what lengths did you go to maintain that kind of size 0, size 2 that you felt you had to be?
Well, the thing is, I couldn't actually get to the size that they wanted me to be.
Really?
Even at my lightest, I just couldn't get there. I really tried. Like, I generally really tried, and I just think it was my bone structure, or I don't know, I think I couldn't give the food up enough. I'd get home from school and I would just be starving. I'd be so hungry, and I would only allocate myself certain meals, and I was vegan as well, so I wouldn't eat any animal products, which was both for environmental and animal reasons, and also purely and utterly because it controlled what I ate, and it would make, you know, no one could force me to eat. You know, I'd go out to restaurants and I'd be like, oh, I can only eat the salad because I'm a vegan. So I used it as an excuse. You know, my parents somewhat knew, but they all kind of wanted me to be a successful model. So they were all kind of like not saying anything because they didn't want to hurt my feelings, or they also knew that, you know, models were skinnies.
And were you doing it because at that point you believed that skinny equaled beautiful?
I thought that you had to be skinny to be beautiful. I thought I would never be beautiful at this size, like it's just not gonna happen. Like, mine are not like my sister. You know, mentally, when you're on a diet for that long, you just kind of turn psycho. I think I would have been a hell child to deal with.
And then tell me about the turning point and what happened, and when you realised that there was this other career where you could have the body that was natural for you.
My body was just destined to be what I am now. Like, it just wouldn't let me do any other thing. And started seeing photos of this model in Australia on buses, and she was like way curvier than me, and I was like, what is going on? And then an art director suggested me for a plus client. I didn't even question it at that stage. It'd been so long since I worked properly, I was like, whatever. If I'm getting paid, it's fine. And then after that, I contacted an agency, and then I Googled plus size modelling, and then I saw pictures of Krista Wren in Vogue.
What was the first job where you realised that this was going to be a success?
You know, over years, even when I was plus size modelling, even in the beginning, I was still very uncomfortable with my body. Like, I didn't really understand why people wanted to shoot me at that size. I did my French Elle cover, and that was a crazy experience because I went to Paris and I had a fitting, and it was all designer clothes, and they were so excited, and I was like, why are they excited? And then we did the shoot, and I was like, they're gonna drop me, they're gonna cancel me any moment. And the shots looked great, and I was like, wow, you know, a plus size model can look good in these clothes.
How do you feel about the term plus size model?
You know, in the beginning, I didn't mind getting called it. I was like, yay, it's fine. I was like, and it's been a community that's really, you know, represented me well and loved me and really helped me. But I'm not a plus size person, and I'm a model. I don't think I need that plus size in front of it.